news, friends. Got a nice little tool that I've been using for the last couple of weeks that I wanted to share with you. This was an extension that I was using on the Firefox web browser that I found really handy for doing comments and rubrics and stuff. But not many people use that, so ChatGPT and I translated this over to a Chrome extension that you can now find in the Chrome web store. So it's called Drag to Form. I'll show you kind of basically how this works. It's pretty simple, but I found it to be a pretty big time saver. So if you go to the Chrome web store and you just search for Drag to Form, you should be able to find this extension and just click Add to Chrome. When you are using it, I just have a blank email here. You've got this little icon up here that toggles the sidebar. You open that up and you see I have a couple of draggable text boxes here. So any of these little messages here I can drag over into any text form. So say I had, I don't know, a bunch of commonly used email addresses. I could drop those into this recipients or text that I use all the time for emails. You can, so these are the sample ones that come with the app. If you click on the little gear here, you get a little interface for making new snippets. It's pretty easy. I just click plus snippet and whatever text I want to include in that snippet is now there, ready for me to drag anywhere in my browser. You can also create groups by clicking Add Group, and those will show up in this little drop down. So if I go back over to my email and go to my new group, then I can drag different text onto my screen. So this is great for simplifying email tasks and just everyday messages you send. What I really love about this is actually how I can use this to leave really robust comments for students on rubrics. So here I have a rubric in SpeedGrader, and I use the freeform comments option. So you might not be familiar with this, but I don't have the clickable boxes here. If I want to give a student a proficient, I type a 2. If I want to give them an advanced, I type a 3. And what I've done here is I've used the groups for different assignments or types of assignments that I give feedback on. So this one's called Earth System Models. It's the unit we're working on right now. And my little text snippets here are organized by outcome, so SD for system dynamics and M for modeling. And then I've kind of created a basic comment for advanced, proficient plus, proficient, developing plus, and developing for each of these outcomes. I'll show you an easy way to do that later, but basically in the interface here, I just go through and create almost basically a rubric here, right, with basic comments that I can leave for each kid. The thing that I find really challenging about rubrics is that they're kind of vague in general, and so I often find myself wanting to, for a particular kid, say, here's one more specific thing that you might do. And so what I love about this is when I leave a kid a comment, let's say they get a developing plus on the Earth System Dynamics thing. This comment here can be dragged in, and it's kind of vague. I can very quickly say, next steps, do this specific thing. That kid gets the feedback that their work is developing plus, a pretty good description of what they did, and I think the crucial thing here is exactly what do you need to do to move on to the next level. I don't know, say their modeling was proficient, pull this in, proficient, same thing. It says 1 or 2 minor errors. I might go through and say, instead of 1 or 2 minor errors, on the types of energy transfers, but does not affect overall understanding. So I've really quickly just turned that from a as vague of a outcome description as I can, so it kind of captures all the kids who have done proficient work, which is the standard way that we try to write rubrics. But this tool, because the text is A, it's instantly accessible on this sidebar, and B, it's editable, I can be both quick and specific with students' feedback. And so I really like this tool. I've been using it a ton, and I hope you find it handy. The one other feature that I love to show you, you can see I've got my different assignments laid out here with the different rubrics. If you don't love this interface, if you prefer to work in a spreadsheet, I have a big spreadsheet of all of the rubrics basically. So here's the one that we just looked at. And this app does allow you to do an import. So the columns you need are the group title, the little snippet title, and then the full text, just 3 columns. And if you click here on import CSV, you can just import that from the CSV file that can be generated from Google Sheets by just saying download CSV. So again, those 3 columns, group, title, full text, and then you can import that into your drag to form here. Any groups that have already been created will stay. The app knows to just add new things that you need based on any changes that you made to that spreadsheet. So I hope you find this useful. Like I said, I really do love the specificity of the feedback that I can give students here. I'll actually make some of these draggable text with a blank for myself, so I remember to fill in a little bit more detail on each of these. And like I said, you want feedback to be as specific as possible, but also as quick as possible, and I think this strikes a good balance. So I will include a little link with this video so that you can download the extension, and I hope you find it useful. If there's anything that's not working right for you, or you think, oh, there's one more thing that you could add here that would just make this thing perfect for me, let me know. And usually I can kind of add things to these little projects pretty easily.